sounded less like Seth Rollins and more like Drew McIntyre.
For signs Seth Rollins will form the new Shield very soon. Seth Rollins has been among the top stars in WWE for years. However, 2025 has not started well for the Visionary, as he recently suffered a major defeat. One of the biggest losses of his career came at the hands of CM Punk on Raw's Netflix debut earlier this month. Sami Zayn rushed out to help the Visionary and try to take down McIntyre with the Helluva Kick. However, the Scotsman ducked, causing the kick to connect with Rollins' face. The latest episode of The Red Show saw a rematch between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Last year, they locked horns at WrestleMania 40 for the World Heavyweight Championship. McIntyre emerged victorious at the show of shows, and the Visionary wasn't pleased about it. WWE heavily advertised the match between Rollins and McIntyre heading into this week's Raw. Although Seth Rollins managed to secure a big win over Drew McIntyre, the night still ended badly for him. As he was attacked by a frustrated Scottish warrior following the incident, it seems Seth Rollins has begun a feud with Sami Zayn. However, many believe Rollins needs to change his character and turn heel. It looks like he might form a new Shield faction to regain his momentum. In this article, let us look at 4 signs that indicate Seth Rollins will form a new Shield soon. Sami Zayn's actions on Raw could lead Seth Rollins to turn heel. The kick on Raw wasn't the first time Sami Zayn did something to hurt Seth Rollins. Despite their friendly relationship, Zayn doubted Rollins' intentions when Jey Uso was attacked on The Red Show. This week, the master strategist ruined the Visionary's win by delivering a Helluva Kick. Following these incidents, Seth Rollins could finally turn heel and reform the Shield alongside Drew McIntyre, who previously approached him to form an alliance alongside Kevin Owens. Together, the trio could take on Zayn and other top babyfaces. Number 3, the Visionary and 2 top heels have a similar mindset. Seth Rollins has been finding it difficult to keep up with the expectations of his friends. The Visionary was the backbone for Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. However, Rhodes has never helped Rollins when he has been outnumbered. Moreover, Sami Zayn has always doubted the Revolutionary. These factors could lead to Seth Rollins starting a new Shield with superstars who share a similar mindset. Drew McIntyre and Kevin Owens could perform well in a stable with Rollins. The 3 former world champions have similar views on Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. Hence, Rollins could form a new Shield with Kevin Owens, who is feuding with Cody Rhodes for aligning with Reigns, and Drew McIntyre, who is targeting the OG Bloodline. Together, they could dominate the entire roster. The Bloodline hatred could lead to Seth Rollins forming a new Shield. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns' rivalry has been building for years now. They hate one another, so there is a possibility that they might start their much-awaited program on the road to WrestleMania. To counter Reigns' bloodline and play mind games with him, Rollins could form a new Shield. Seth Rollins' Shield could target Roman Reigns, with the Visionary aiming to destroy the monster he seemingly created in the OTC. Rollins could be the best option to face Reigns at WrestleMania 41 in the absence of The Rock. Number 1, failing to get another match with CM Punk could force Rollins to turn heel and form a new faction. CM Punk captured a big win over Rollins on Monday Night Raw's debut on Netflix. It appears that Punk has moved on from Rollins after defeating him once and for all. Following Rollins' failure in getting a rematch against the Second City Saint, he could turn heel and form a Shield-like faction to destroy everyone on the roster. He could ultimately regain his momentum as a top talent in the Stanford-based promotion. WWE may have subtly teased Seth Rollins' WrestleMania 41 opponent, and it's not CM Punk. Seth Rollins and CM Punk continued their rivalry, and there is a possibility that the 2 megastars will collide at WrestleMania 41. WWE Creative has yet to reveal its plans, and things might change going forward. On Raw on Netflix tonight, WWE might have hinted to fans who the Visionary will face at the grandest stage of them all. And this Raw star is Karrion Kross of the Final Testament. Karrion Kross was in the background during a Seth Rollins/Sami Zayn backstage segment. Seth Rollins has unfinished business with many superstars, and there has been some tension between him and some of his friends on Raw lately. One of them is Sami Zayn. Even though things appear to have returned to normal recently, Zayn and Rollins had a backstage segment, with Karrion Kross in the background. Fans have seen the leader of the Final Testament in similar segments before, which led to feuds and matches on Raw, e.g., The New Day or The Miz. Thus, this could be a hint that Karrion Kross will come after the former World Heavyweight Champion and could challenge him to a match at Mania. Karrion Kross referred to Seth Rollins during a Raw segment. Karrion Kross is another WWE superstar who could participate in the Royal Rumble match and aim to get a title shot at WrestleMania 41. The leader of the Final Testament spoke with Jackie Redmond on Raw and referred to Seth Rollins. The Visionary has also declared for the Rumble match, and Karrion Kross referred to him as one of the top names he has overcome to win the match. Whether this could lead to a feud remains to be seen, but it could be a hint at a future match between the two. Seth Rollins could help Karrion Kross get a push. Karrion Kross has stuck in mid-card and hasn't seen much success in singles action ever since he made it to the main roster. Still, a potential feud with the Visionary could be what he needs to get a push by WWE. Rollins is one of the top wrestlers in WWE, and the creative team could use him in a similar way as they did with Bronson Reed, who got a push from WWE in late summer to early autumn as part of his feud with the Visionary. 3 reasons why Seth Rollins beat Drew McIntyre on WWE Raw this week. During the latest episode of WWE Raw on Netflix, Seth Rollins main event once again, this time clashing with Drew McIntyre. The Visionary and the Scottish Warrior destroyed each other in this showdown, but it ended with Rollins securing a victory over Drew out of nowhere. In the post-match, McIntyre gave Rollins a beatdown, which was interrupted when Sami Zayn arrived and accidentally attacked the 38-year-old star. In this article, we will discuss 3 reasons why Seth Rollins defeated Drew McIntyre on WWE Raw this week. Number 3. To stretch the rivalry between Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre is presently a villainous star in the Stanford-based promotion. So, his loss in the match implies that WWE likely wants to extend his rivalry with the Visionary. The post-match beatdown further confirmed that WWE plans to escalate tensions between these two stars. If Drew had defeated Seth, Rollins wouldn't be expected to launch a post-match attack, which would likely end their rivalry. However, with McIntyre's loss, he likely won't spare Seth until he avenges this defeat to generate hype for the men's Royal Rumble match. Drew McIntyre, Sami Zayn, and Seth Rollins are all set to participate in the upcoming men's Royal Rumble match in 2025. It's important to note that WWE has not only added McIntyre and Rollins, but also incorporated Sami Zayn into this storyline. Despite the attack on Sami being accidental, it seems that WWE is portraying the classic every man for himself.